So let's go over a way to start attacking triangles and arm bars from closed guard when you're not able to like break the posture and do the traditional triangle and arm bar style attacks. And this is gonna all come off of sort of K-guard type entries and scooping the leg and entering into scoop grips on the leg. So entering a K-guard from closed guard, a lot of times it comes from your partner stepping their leg up, but we can also like so and grabbing here, but we can also kind of force it as we're going for other types of entries and moving the leg across. It will open up, you know, we can pull the knees to the chest. That will create space behind the leg where we can start to scoop into here, okay? And the first thing we're gonna do when we try to enter K-guard here is scoop here. We're gonna try to frame here. We're gonna try to frame and bring our knees inside. So I wanna bring this knee inside here, and I wanna bring this knee across. And then we can connect the hands, and now we're entering the legs here. When we get this really good angle like so, we can stomp on the armpit. We can throw this leg over, grab the toes, lift the toes up, and we can enter into a backside 50-50. We can try to actually scoop over this leg as well, if you want to do that. And now this is a good way to stop him from backstepping. If Jack tries to backstep, this is a really good way to just slow it down just enough to get the finish here. Because against a good opponent, they're gonna backstep. But anyway, that's not gonna be the focus of this video. The focus is gonna be on some follow-up attacks when we're not able to get that nice backside 50-50 angle and the heel hook from there. So let's say this time Jack steps up. I'm gonna scoop in here. I'm framing across and I'm inverting this knee inside. Now, as I'm going to bring this across and bring this leg across, this is the main form of resistance you're gonna find is your partner grabbing your armpit like so, or sorry, grabbing your ankle like so with their hand. Because people are gonna start to realize that you need to swing this leg over, right? No, it's okay. So this is where we can start to enter triangles and arm bars from in a sort of unconventional way. So when they're grabbing the same side arm, all we're gonna have to do is pull in and try to access the tricep here. If he's far away, it's gonna be harder to do this. So we're gonna have to try to find a way to bring him in here. People are usually gonna be trying to pressure in. If he tries to like really run away too much, I'm gonna be able to break the grip on this anyway. So usually you should be able to access this. Then all we're gonna do is we're gonna pull on this armpit as we kick the leg out. That's gonna pull the hand into your armpit here. We want to make sure we don't just pull them in so close that we can no longer hit this technique. So a lot of times as I'm doing this, I'm going to place this foot kind of on the hip, and I want to make sure it's not too high up, so I can place it on the hip. As I'm bringing my knees to my chest, that's going to kind of naturally happen. Now as I pull this in, I'm pulling this arm into my armpit, but I'm also kicking away here so I can get the right distance. This is very crucial, because if I have this foot here and I pull in, he's gonna be able to just pressure in, and I could probably hit a really good pendulum sweep or something, but the armbar finish isn't gonna be as easy. So this foot on the hip is important. So maybe I entered K-guard here. As I bring my knees to my chest, this foot, the K-guard foot, is gonna be on the hip. I grab here, kick through, and now I can control the distance a little bit to get the right extension on the arm. You kind of see that? Now all I'm gonna need to do is kind of pinch my knee in here. And you can get a finish if you're pushing on the hip here and just pinching your knee in. You can get quite a strong finish because I'm controlling his ability to rotate his arm here. But if his arm does get a little more loose, you can kind of throw this up into a bit more of a traditional arm bar with your hips up in the air. Let's say his arm gets out, you can hit this type of arm bar. So that was a lot of details to that, but this foot on the hip detail is important because I'm gonna go on a little tangent here, but you can do the same type of technique if people are standing passing your guard, so go ahead and stand. And a lot of times if I can enter into a K-guard like this, it's gonna be the same situation. From here, my foot's gonna naturally be on the hip. It's gonna be even easier to hit this technique where I can pull in and throw over, or pull in and just keep this pinching in sideways. Because from here, you don't really need this leg over because he can't pull away if this grip is really tight. And even if he does go to pull away and pulls away really strong, then I'm just gonna be able to enter the legs like I wanted to originally. So this is a really solid style of armbar technique, and Something I've learned fairly recently is from a Craig Jones DVD is that finish where you're just pushing your knee in laterally, like so, instead of having your leg over and hipping in, and it allows you to get a really fast and strong finish. So now I'm going to show the triangle option from the same position. And this simply comes from the same situation. Let's say Jack's stepping his leg up, try to stand into my closed guard. I'm bringing this across. Now people might, yes, they'll use this other hand because they're tired of getting arm barred. From here, what I'm going to try to do is same step of bringing my knees to my chest, and I'm going to try to scoop and get this grip. When I've taught this before, people will try to do this and this. I think this is the best because it has like a bit more leverage on his leg. You've got almost like a bit of like a bicep slicer here. And from here, all I'm going to do is pull and shoot my hips up and kind of cut this across so I can cut the angle and get a very solid triangle entry. This works really well because there's a lot of space for them to fall into where you can get your angle. So that arm, I'll get the arm bar. This arm, this arm, I'm gonna get the arm bar like so. This arm, I'm gonna reach in, shoot my hips up, turn around. I've got my foot on the hip already, which helps me do that. And connect the triangle, or control the head, get the angle, connect the triangle, finish however you like to finish. So those are two kind of unconventional ways of entering triangle and armbar that are really great because they come from people already beating and winning the first battle of the posture. So initially, obviously in close guard, you're trying to break posture. These are options you can do when your opponent's able to win those grip fighting, win those battles, and actually start to stand up. A lot of these are kind of similar to entries you can have off the pendulum sweep too. So it's important to remember, like, let's say I'll do it on this side. We get this arm over, start to attack the back. Actually, I'll do it on the other side. Get this arm over, start to attack the back, and he pushes back into me. Pendulum sweeps. Now sometimes they'll pull this arm out to post on the pendulum sweep, and now you can enter the same style of triangle from this kind of scoop position. It's a little bit different, but also worth noting that those pendulum sweeps you'll enter into those same type of scoop grip K-guard position. So you can add all that into your game as well. Is that good?